Except fair too. Today, I want to talk about that feeling you get when you get a new pair of shoes, yeah? Sensational. Hello, Ndibuyile namhlanje, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Khanya, and I talk about shoes sometimes, and today is a special day. Today we've got a new pair of shoes that we're gonna unbox together. Today, we're gonna have a look at the Adidas Yeezy 500s in the Stone Salt colorway. Let's go. I'm very excited to be making this video today. These are my first pair of Yeezys. I remember for the longest time I wasn't a fan of Yeezy as a brand. I used to think that their designs were weird and out of the ordinary. I remember back in 2015 they dropped the 750s. You see now, honestly, those were crazy. Those were wild, because where would you even rock those during that time? And where would you even find them, number one? Later in 2015 they dropped the 350 V1s. So we're all familiar with these. These were very popular. I didn't really like these. I thought they looked weird. But they blew up though. Even in South Africa, they were going crazy. Everybody was wearing them, even though most of them were from Small Street. But still, the biggest reason why I wasn't feeling Yeezy back then was because of how exclusive they were. You just couldn't find them anywhere. And even if you did find them, they were just duro. Yo, they were crazy expensive. And I remember back then I used to ask my mother for shoes. Okay, maybe I still do, I'm joking. But I used to ask my mother for shoes back then, right? I buy my own shoes now, right? But I remember the limit was always around 900 Rand, or maybe 1,000 Rand, 1.2 maybe. But anything higher than that, it was chai. Close the curtains, my boy. So I don't like it when I can't easily find something that I want. If I want it, I want to go to the shop, take it, I'm out, or go on the website, put it in my cart, check out, done. So Yeezys were just too exclusive back then, and now, to be honest, they still are. Don't get me wrong, they still are, but my opinion has changed now. My opinion has changed now. Yeezys have grown on me over the years, which brings me back to the agenda for today. We've got the 500s in hand. We're gonna talk about how they look, the sizing, the pricing, how they feel, all of that, etc. And hopefully at the end of this video, you will know if you would add these to your sneaker collection. Make sure to drop a like on the video to show support and subscribe to the channel for future content. We are just getting started. Let's get right into it. Guys, today we need to start with the box. I like boxes. So with this box, it's very simplistic, very minimalistic. It's a brown box. It's giving me, we don't need to do too much. We've got the big 500 on the top that just tells us which design we're working with. Got some branding on the side, Yeezy 500 made by Adidas with a young Adidas logo down there. We've got the sizing information on the other side, and we've got a young Adidas logo right at the bottom of the box. And when you open this box, it actually opens to the side like a drawer, which I like. It's just, it's just small things like that that makes you a little bit different. But guys, let's get to the shoes now. The 500s first dropped in 2018. This Stone Salt colorway was released on the 11th of March 2024. It's got this purple hue with some gray accents. From the get-go, it definitely has a unique design. It's very busy. I don't think I've seen these on the streets here in South Africa. I do stand to be corrected. You can let me know in the comments. Let me just move this box quickly. But we've honestly slept on the 500s, but it's not our fault. Like I mentioned, the availability, the pricing has never been on our side. There was even a time Kanye West himself was going on about he's gonna tell Adidas to make more Yeezys. Yeezys for everybody. If you want a pair of Yeezys, you're they're gonna be so available. But I honestly don't think that happened. Or maybe just not globally, because here in South Africa, we're struggling, man. Here we're struggling, but hopefully things do change in the future. I think these are cool. I would love to see more of these here in Mzansi. But of course, people have different opinions about this shoe. But what we're gonna do now, let's break this shoe down and see what materials we are working with here. All right, guys, brace yourselves. There's a lot going on in this shoe, but let's start on the toe box. We've got some beautiful suede. I say that because the quality feels really good. It continues all the way to about halfway to the side of the shoe. We've got leather strips popping out underneath that suede. Those are going up, connecting to all the eyelets, and you can see them moving down to the side of the shoe. We've only got 6 eyelets, 3 on each side. Those are the holes that your shoelaces go through. They are oval shaped and they have that quality suede on top. Speaking about shoelaces, this lace is very interesting. This is an infinity shoelace, meaning that you can't take it out or undo it unless you cut it open. I don't know what the purpose of an infinity shoelace is, but maybe Adidas and Kanye were just trying to be edgy and different. And it has a piece of rubber right in the middle. That's where the laces are being permanently joined together. Moving to the tongue is made of a thin mesh material that has a synthetic leather panel stitched to it. It's shaped like a guitar or the number 8, however you would describe it. It's not the same leather used on the rest of the shoe. It feels more like an artificial leather rather than genuine leather. Coming to the sides, we've got these panels of mesh. This mesh feels soft and it is very thick, making it a warm shoe, great for winter. And it looks like the shoe is made of sponge. I like that. Directly underneath these mesh panels, we've got Scotch Light, which is a reflective material, just giving the shoe a nice outline in the dark. If you switch off the lights, you'll see it. It looks really cool. And right underneath that, we've got some quality leather running across the side of the shoe. This leather feels good and high quality. On top of the leather there is this gray layer of rubber, which is the mud guard for the shoe, which just stretches to the toe box in front. Let's move on to the back of the shoe. All the materials are making another appearance. The thick mesh in the middle and the suede panels connecting on top of it on the sides. In the middle, I see this leather panel that's shaped like an M or a crown. In the same shape, we've got a suede panel stitched right on top of the leather. Now coming to inside the shoe, right? If we take out the insole, we see this Adidas Yeezy Ortholite cushioning. It's also gray or silver. They did a good job trying to keep all the materials around the same color. Everything about the shoe does look intentional. When you flip it upside down, you'll see some green, red, and yellow with the Adidas logo on the sole. Finally, moving down to the midsole, the shape and the design is very unique. This midsole is the part of the shoe that catches your attention the most. It's like mountains, you know. I don't know how else to describe it, but it feels soft in hand, so I'm sure these shoes are going to be very comfortable. Yeezy 500s use this Adiprene technology for their cushioning. Other Yeezy designs use Boost technology like your 350 Boost and 750 Boost. I don't have the other Yeezy designs, so I won't be able to say which is more comfortable between Boost and Adiprene. But if you do know, let me know in the comments. I'll have accurate information soon once I get my hands on the other designs. Hopefully that happens soon, yeah. We get the Adidas logo on the inner side of the sole and another Adidas logo right in front of the toe box. They printed it a little bit skew. They could have made it straight. I think there's enough space for it to be straight, but it is what it is. And now last but not least, they gave us some nice pattern on the outsole. This is my favorite detail about the shoes. They had a lot of fun designing this and I enjoy looking at this sole. These patterns are just nice, man. And there's this non-marking text on the sole, meaning that these shoes don't leave any marks on certain floors. Overall, we've got suede, leather, mesh, and rubber all contributing to make this one shoe. And the biggest thing to note about these is that there's almost no branding on the shoe. So from a distance, you wouldn't even know that these are from Adidas. And I like that. You can't always be loud with your branding. Sometimes you just need to come closer and you'll find out. Before I forget, the shoes did come with this tag on them. I already cut it off, sorry, but it just says that due to the nature of material and to preserve the appearance, do not wash. So it looks like you have to be extra careful with these because if you do wash them, they might get messed up, but we'll see. Guys, let's put these shoes on and see how they look on feet. These are looking good, to be honest, I must say. They're looking good, looking good. Just to touch base on sizing, I got these in size 8.5 UK. I weigh 8.5 across all shoes. These do run a little bit small. I really should have gotten a size 9 UK. I wonder if that's the case across all Yeezy designs. They do feel a little bit tight, but there is an option for you to remove the insole if you didn't get the right size. If you do that, they do become perfect. And honestly, I don't feel the difference with and without the insole. I do recommend that you size up by at least 1 for these shoes. But of course, if you can try them on first in person before buying them, then I would suggest that you do so. And now let me show you guys how they look to you when you are wearing them. Let's talk about availability and pricing. These are not the easiest shoes to find, to be honest, but there are a few websites where you can purchase them. These retail from about 4,000 Rand up to 6,000 Rand, which is about $200 to $300. Not the most affordable shoes, but if you think they're fire, then it's honestly worth it. I got these for a bargain. As you know, Kanye West and Adidas split up and there was a whole lot of drama there. And as a result of that, there were a lot of sales on the Yeezy products. So I managed to get these on sale for about half. And I just had good timing on the Adidas website. So you can have a look out for those. Keep a lookout for those sales. They might happen again. I'm hoping they do happen again because I am trying to get my hands on some 700s because those are so fire. So keep a lookout for that. And big shout out to my boy KG for putting me onto that sale because if I missed that, yo. Buffet 2, I've done enough yapping for today. My final thoughts on the Yeezy 500s. I give them a I think these are really cool. I think they're fire. I'm really gonna enjoy these shoes. But that is it for today's video. That is it for today's unboxing and review. I will be making a separate video later on about these shoes just with regards to styling. But of course, for now, I'm gonna pause it here. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. See you all in the next video. But until then, sharpies.